Hello everybody, my name is Alexander the Pooter, Porsche Brand Ambassador Champion Porsche. In today's video, we'd like to present you the latest generation Porsche 911 GT3. This is the new generation introduced as a model year 2025 based on the 992 Generation 2. And in today's video, we're going to highlight the changes that Porsche has made, both from a cosmetic standpoint on the outside and the inside, but also the mechanical changes that Porsche has done to the vehicle itself. Now, before we do so, let's talk about the GT3 in general, introduced in the late 90s on the 996 Generation 911, and this now, the 992 Generation 2, is the 8th generation of the now iconic GT3. So let's start with the exterior details, the changes that Porsche has made versus the 992 Generation 1. And we're going to start with the front fascia design. Looking at the front fascia design, we're going to see a completely new front bumper. One very important aspect to that front bumper design is that the lights, which used to be in the front bumper, is now relocated into the headlight unit itself. This freed up more room in the front bumper, and therefore the airstream going into the front, also towards the brakes, is of better efficiency and therefore better cooling. Also, the headlights themselves, as I mentioned earlier, completely new design, as of course now the lights from the front bumper are integrated within the headlight unit themselves. And this specific vehicle is also equipped with the LED matrix design, which has a very cool inner housing. Another change that Porsche has made is the Weissach Package is now available on the GT3. Now, Weissach used to be reserved in the past just for the RS products, and now also available for the GT3 wing car. Now, one way to recognize the Weissach Package in this case is you can see that the hood is partially painted in exterior color, but in the middle part you can see the carbon fiber is exposed. That continues over the roof, where normally the roof is made out of aluminum. For the Weissach Package, made out of carbon fiber, once again with the exposed carbon fiber on the paint and also on the rear spoiler itself. The side profile of the vehicle is very similar, but another important change that Porsche has done is now the optional magnesium wheels. 20 inches in the front, 21 inches in the back. Now, of course, the standard wheels made out of aluminum are already very lightweight, but if you want to go even lighter, now we have the magnesium wheels, which are derived from the 911 ST. In this case, you can see finished in this beautiful gray tone. Looking to the side profile, continuing to the rear axle steering system, of course, standard on the GT3 since model year 2014. We're also going to see the new spoiler design. Different in general shape, different downforce levels. Also now with the Weissach Package, you can see that the end plates are finished in carbon fiber with the beautiful Weissach test track also here as a decal on the side. Being a 992 Generation 2, of course, we also have the updated tail light design that was introduced initially on the Carrera models. This beautiful light bar going all the way across, very angular lines in the new GT3 compared to the Generation 1, especially this lower section in the tail light. The way the Porsche letters are integrated within that tail light, again, very aggressive and very sharp compared to the Generation 1 992 GT3. Also, the diffuser design is now specific to the GT3 wing car, where the previous generation versus the Touring and the wing car had the same diffuser. Now the wing car has a specific aerodynamic design for this version. Of course, the beautiful sport exhaust system as standard. In this case, the exhaust tips finished in black. Power still comes from the iconic motorsport derived 4-liter flat 6 that has just over 500 horsepower, available with both a 6-speed manual GT transmission or a 7-speed PDK. Porsche has also redone the transmission in terms of the gearing, again derived from the 911 ST, where the gearing is 8% shorter, so together with the same power, the 8% shorter transmission gearing, an incredible performance level, especially also with the redone suspension. Both the spring rates in the front and rear are the same as the Generation 1 992, but they redid the entire damper system to get even better performance and more compliance for both the road as for the racetrack. Let's have a look on the inside. We're also going to see the changes that were made for the 992 Generation 2 GT3. And one of the most important changes there is the new lightweight carbon fiber bucket seat. On the 992 Generation 1, there were 2 seats available, the 18-way Sport Seats Plus and the lightweight carbon fiber bucket seat. And now we still have those 2 options, but the lightweight carbon fiber bucket seat was completely redesigned. So let's have a look on the inside cabin. One of the most important things there with the new lightweight carbon fiber bucket seat is the ability to fold forward the actual seat itself. So if you need to load items onto the rear section of the vehicle, it's very easy compared to the previous generation carbon fiber bucket seat. And another very important change is the actual ability to remove the cushion here out of the headrest. So when driving on track with the racing helmet, there is more room behind your head for the helmet itself. You sit more in an upright position behind the steering wheel. Other change that Porsche has made is also the instrument cluster, now a completely digital instrument cluster versus the previous generation. In terms of the viewability of the information very directly in front of the driver. Of course, the ability to customize the information that is seen in front of the driver. And very cool, like a true classic race car, is the ability to have the peak RPM at 12 o'clock on the top side of the dashboard, when the previous generation, of course, the peak RPM was not at the 12 o'clock position itself. This was a brief overview of the latest generation Porsche 911 GT3. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me directly. My contact information will be in the video description. Again, my name is Alexander, Porsche Brand Ambassador here at Champion Porsche. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.